Hey, this is Ross. I'm in a hotel suite with Keane. I've got Tom and Jesse with me. Hello, boys.
Hi.
Hello.
So, congratulations. Strange Land is your 5th consecutive #1 album. And what inspires you musically?
Life, I guess. Trying to explain the madness of life. I guess trying to find a way of expressing ourselves as human beings. You know, I don't think we're, well, as you probably can tell from the way that we do our interviews, we're not very good at expressing ourselves kind of verbally. So music is, as it is for many people, a great way of kind of getting all that stuff out.
Okay. Jesse?
What he said.
It was so perfect what I said.
It was perfect, yeah.
So, Tom, do you write most of the songs then?
I don't. In fact, Tim, who's not here,
Mhm.
don't know where he is. He's the he's the songwriter in the band.
Okay.
I guess he writes with all of us in mind in a way, and draws upon a lot of things that I guess we all feel and we all go through and we all talk about.
Mhm.
And I think all of us in turn are kind of inspired by the things that Tim writes about and he gets into. So it's a kind of happy relationship.
Because you have to sing the lyrics, so you have to, believe in it. Like, do you contribute to the words of the songs?
Well, I'm not often, but I think is I've known Tim all of my life, and so I guess there's a kind of unspoken kind of chemistry there.
Yes.
That means that
He can complete your sentences.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I wish he was here now. So there's that, and I don't know. I mean, I've always just found his songs kind of speak to me, and they say something that I enjoy articulating. I mean, there are songs that that have been about stuff that's been between me and Tim, which is
now the whole world knows.
Yeah, that's kind of strange. He might write a song about how I've upset him or something, and then
force him to sing it.
Yeah, and then I get to sing it, which is kind of a strange
punishment.
Yeah.
Okay, so as a band, like you have to work together to jam music and all that. When you hit a brick wall, like oh dear, what are we gonna do next? We're stumped. Where do you go to for inspiration?
That's usually where we start.
So it's like, so all the stuff that you jam is like, that's too easy. We have to find something hard to do. That will be our next hit song.
Well, Tim and Jesse do this thing called the 20-song game. Elaborate, Jesse.
Well, that's a writing thing, I guess, where you try and write as many songs as possible in the shortest space of time as possible. So you're concentrating on not quantity, on quantity rather than quality, basically.
Yeah.
So it makes you sort of stop worrying about the quality of it, and then hopefully, as a result, you write something really good, like Silence by the Night.
What is the? Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was part of the 20-song game, Silence by the Night.
A lot of the songs, I think, ended up coming from the 20-song game.
There's a few, yeah.
What about the stupidest sounding song from that 20-song game? Is that something that...
There are so many that are just ridiculous, and Tim keeps going on about how he wrote 80 songs for the album, but some of them are just... There's one that it's just a little drum beat and a noise going, punk it, punk it. And there's another one that sounds like something from sort of the Saharan desert or something, but in a terrible way.
That could be on a B-side, I would totally buy that one. So if you could pick like a dream location to perform your next concert, it could be anywhere in the world. Newton Faulkner did it in a hot air balloon. Where would you guys want to perform?
Well, I just read an interview where Ronnie Vannucci from The Killers was saying that they'd like to perform on the moon.
Oh yeah, someone said that too.
Yeah. So if they've got the moon, then I'd go for Mars, seeing as we've just landed that Curiosity rover on Mars. I find all that stuff very interesting.
Yeah.
And it'd be fun to do the first gig on Mars, wouldn't it? But you'd have to do a cover of Life on Mars, David Bowie song.
I can't imagine trying to play the bass guitar in a spacesuit.
I can. So, which do you like better than making music in the studio or actually performing your music on stage?
I think you just because you kind of do one or the other for such a big stretch of time. When you've been doing one for a while, you get excited about going back and doing the other, and then vice versa.
But if you had to pick, the rush, which gives you a better rush?
I think I prefer recording to playing live.
What about
I think I'd probably prefer being on stage, but then I'm the front man, so
of course.
I'm sucking up all the adulation, and
Of course.
Just standing in the back.
In the studio, I mean, just I'm just another
He's
person
not
in
even
the band.
there. He's not even there.
Yeah, I'm not there most of the time. That's true.
Okay, I got this on the internet. I'm not sure how true this is, okay? How do you handle harsh critics? Now, Chris Roberts of the BBC has said that with your latest album, Strangeland, Keane lacked blood, guts, and muscle, and with the album ultimately classed as somewhat saddening step backwards.
That's true.
I mean, that is just total nonsense, if you ask me.
Do you know this guy from the BBC?
I don't know. I mean, the thing about critics is they write with having an angle in mind, and so I guess when you're writing a piece, you either have to kind of be in love with a band, or you have to slag them off, or you have to kind of be so indifferent that it sort of stands out.
Or just tell the truth.
It doesn't happen really. It doesn't happen because I think most music journalism is written with an agenda. So I think
or with instruction from an editor.
Well, that too, yeah. So you can't get too preoccupied with those things as a band. I mean, I know that Strangeland is an amazing record.
Yes.
It's full of great songs that have taken a long time to get right. And probably a reviewer like that has maybe listened to the album once and not really kind of. If that, I mean, some of the reviews are hilarious. There'll be reviews from quite established magazines or whatever, and they won't even get the names of the songs right.
Yeah.
And they clearly haven't really listened to the songs. I mean, I think one of the things about this day and age is people are consuming stuff at such a fast rate that there's this tendency for, especially journalists, it's quite lazy to sort of listen to music, like 30 seconds, skip the next track, 30 seconds, and not really give a record a chance to sink in. Yeah. And I can kind of understand that if you're getting 100 records through your letterbox a week or whatever, that's understandable. But for us, we know our music's great, and we know that our fans absolutely love it. And there are plenty of critics out there who've also praised it. So
to haters, what would you say?
I don't know. I'm not really that bothered by it. I know that some bands can get bothered by it, and maybe some members of Keane can, but for me, I don't really care.
Okay. So what would you like to be remembered as, as a band? Like, say for example, Keane. One day, if you had a tombstone, what would you have written on that Keane tombstone?
Imagine we were all buried in the same tomb.
It'll be a grand tomb, man. It'll be like a big one.
We told them we were good.
Okay, finally, I'm just going to do a very quick 10-question quick fire round. Okay, crispy chips or soggy chips?
Crispy.
That's good. Prince Harry or Prince William?
Both. I like them. I like both of them.
No, I've met both of them actually. They're very nice.
Who would you rather hang out with?
Prince Harry's probably a bit more of a scoundrel.
That's awesome. Would you guys like to play video games or board games?
Board games.
Yeah, board games, definitely.
Old school. Beer or stout?
Beer.
Yeah, beer.
What kind?
Tasty beer.
Not the ones that taste like piss. What about TV or YouTube?
Neither. TV.
Yeah, I'd take TV. There's a lot of good American TV around at the moment.
Which is your favourite show at the moment?
We've both been watching Modern Family.
Oh, I love that. Which is your favourite character?
Phil Dunphy.
Yeah, he's the best. He's the best. Okay, chicken wings or drumstick?
Drumsticks.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
It's more musical.
Chicken thighs, actually.
iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
Yeah, iPhone all the way.
Okay. What's on repeat on your iPod right now? Assuming that you guys have one, obviously.
I'm such a music nerd. I make myself little playlists.
Okay.
Just listen to my playlists.
I have a playlist as well, but which is on the most frequent rotation?
Oh, what have I been? I've been listening to the new Mumford & Sons album and the new Vaccines album.
Yeah, they're very cool. They're two of my favorite bands as well, besides you guys.
I've been listening to a band called Alt J and a band called Here We Go Magic.
How do you spell the first band?
Alt J. It's ALT-J.
Okay, we're gonna check that.
It's a computer command.
So if you press Alt J, it makes a little triangle.
Oh, cool.
Pretty nerdy.
Yeah, they're quite nerdy, but they're
Is it
great.
a hipster band? It's got a triangle.
Well, they're sort of hipster, but they've got great songs, you know. So they're a bit more than just sort of fluff.
Okay, cool. So, favorite food to eat on a depressing day, and I know in the UK it can get really depressing every day.
Thanks.
Every day is depressing. Well, it'd have to be like a Sunday roast, I think, in the
Yeah.
UK. That, like, you know, roast beef, bit of horseradish, nice roast potatoes, Yorkshire pudding, gravy, bit of red cabbage.
Oh.
Where do I stop?
The whole works. That's
Yeah.
nice. And best advice you've ever given or received?
The best advice I've ever given Tom is be quiet.
Has it worked?
There's one that I keep trotting out to the others, which is knowing where you finish and someone else begins.
Yeah, I still don't know that.
Yeah, nobody knows. That's what I love
Thank
about
you for telling me. Because I was like, where is this going? Thank you so much for speaking to me, guys.
it. Thank you.
This has been Roz from 987 TV with Jesse and Tom of Keane.
Hi, I'm Jesse.
And I'm Tom. We're from the band Keane, and you are watching 987 TV.